This is Jake Laughlin bringing you another episode of Discover Denton, the show brought to you by the Convention and Visitors Bureau, highlighting events around Denton. This week we have Kim Phillips of the Convention and Visitors Bureau, as well as Dana Lodge, also of the Convention and Visitors Bureau, talking about the North Texas Horse Country Tour. So without any more ado, here is Discover Denton.
Hello, Denton, and welcome to Discover Denton Radio. I'm Kim Phillips, coming to you from the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Welcome to the show. The last couple of weeks, we've talked about some different things to do around Denton, maybe getting you out of your comfort zone a little bit, experiencing something new that you didn't even know about. We talked about the art of tailgating last week. We talked about the North Texas State Fair before that. You've been getting all kinds of information about the arts in Denton and how to experience those. So today, we're going to talk about something else you may not realize is right around us, and that is the North Texas Horse Country. Not just North Texas Horse Country. You've all seen the pastures, you've seen the horses, but understanding what that really is, what it is that you're seeing when you drive through the beautiful countryside around our city. Today we have with us our guest, Dana Lodge. Dana actually works with me here at the Convention and Visitors Bureau. She's our director of sales, but a big part of what she works with here is the North Texas Horse Country Tours. Thanks for being here today, Dana.
Thanks for having me, Kim. Glad to be here.
Dana and I have worked on this together for many years. We launched the tour back in 2006, and ever since then it has been Dana's baby. She's done a great job with it. We're running, 2,500 or so people a year through the tours now?
We are, and they come from all over from all over the world, all over the United States and Europe. So we really are seeing visitors come and enjoy this special asset that we have right here in our own backyard.
Well, tell us about it. What is so special about this asset?
Well, we have about 300 real working horse farms in Denton County, and these are very large, premier working farms that actually make a living off the equine industry. And so what we do is give people a glimpse, a behind-the-scenes tour of how these ranches work and what they focus on and what their specialty is and what they excel at. So it's very unusual for people to get to actually go behind the gates and see what it is that these people are doing day in and day out. We get a really, really up close view of what these ranches excel at.
So what actually happens on a tour? I mean, first of all, are we only talking about group tours that come from outside of Denton? What about locals?
Well, luckily, we offer 6 tours a year where the locals can actually buy individual tickets on these behind-the-scenes tours. And this is the only way you get to actually get behind the gates. So we do 3 in the spring and 3 tours in the fall.
So you've got 3 coming up then.
We do. Our next one is September 14th. And it departs from the historical park. If you guys don't know where that is, that's where the Bayless Selby Victorian Home is, right at Carroll Boulevard and Mulberry.
And it's right where the community market sets up every Saturday.
Right where the community market is. Yes, absolutely. And it departs promptly at 9 a.m. and you're on board a big motor coach, and you head off to the North Texas Horse Country. We have snacks and drinks, and then we have step-on guides who are very knowledgeable about what it is that you're seeing. And then you get to go and visit several premier horse ranches.
And so you're gone that long. What about, do you eat lunch or do you go to a restaurant? How does that work?
Yeah, we stop for lunch. We have a traditional Texas-style barbecue. This particular September 14th tour is going to be at Lone Oak Ranch, which if you haven't been there, that by itself is a great experience. It's an event ranch up in the Valley View area, so that's going to be really fun. We're going to have a really special demonstration there. We're going to have
during lunch?
During lunch,
oh.
Yeah. It's a demonstration we've never had before, so if you've been on the horse country tour and want to know whether or not you should go again, this is a great one to go on. This demonstration is going to be from bomb-proof horses, and what he does is train the horses that might be on the streets in downtown Dallas, the carriage horses, so that nothing scares them. They never get startled.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun because he's got like big giant balls, like 3-foot balls, and he rolls them at the horses, and just all kinds of different things that keep them from being startled and show that they're very even keeled and that kind of thing, so that you're safe on the streets when you take one of those carriage rides in downtown Dallas or downtown Fort Worth.
Never even thought about the fact that those horses have got to be trained not to respond to traffic or kids or things that might make them skittish.
So this is going to be the first time we've had that. Really excited about that. But along with it will be an incredible lunch that's served that will be very Texas style, barbecue, brisket, and peach cobbler, all those kinds of things that you think of for traditional Texas style lunch. So it's great. And that's all included in this price to go on this tour for $40 per person.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. And you get to see other ranches too.
Yep. We'll go to at least 2 other ranches, and we'll see what it is that they excel at. And they will be different kinds of ranches, completely different.
Yeah, for you folks that don't know about this, that's probably the thing that sets us apart from any other equine-centered location in the world. And that's the fact that we've got, probably 350 plus horse farms. Mm-hmm. And every breed, every discipline going on right here.
Right. I mean, unlike Lexington, Kentucky, where they're all thoroughbred racehorses, here they're every breed you can imagine, from miniatures to Clydesdales. And then each ranch focuses on a different discipline. So they may be a cutting horse ranch or a hunter-jumper ranch. So we will always go to different styles of ranches so that you see something new and unique at each stop.
Yeah, talking about disciplines, reining is a big thing around here, isn't it?
It's huge. It's probably our #1 discipline in Denton County, and we're home to some of the most famous reining riders. They literally are what's considered $1 million riders, which means their earnings at the actual competitions that they go to, they've earned over $1 million in just award money alone.
Fantastic.
And we just have one of those after another in Denton County. It's just crazy how many.
And was it reining that went to the Olympics also?
Yeah, they went to the World Equestrian Games, and they will be in the next Olympics, and it'll be the first time that a Western discipline has ever been in the Olympics.
Wow.
So it's up and coming.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a really, really big deal. So we're really fortunate to have them right here. And if people want to become better at reining, they send their trainers from Europe and all over the world to learn from our reiners that we have right here in North Texas.
Wow. And it's a huge economy here as well, beyond just, this is really interesting that all these different disciplines are going on. What it means to our county, for those of you that are not aware, economic impact wise, this industry, the equine industry, and all of the pieces of it, from hay and trailer sales to veterinarians to farriers, which are blacksmith, horseshoes, that kind of thing. All of that added together, folks, makes it the #1 most important impact, economically speaking, on our county, the whole county. So it's a huge thing.
It really is, and it encompasses everything from all of the support businesses, but even, the area, it lends itself to it. We have a beautiful green belt area that has horse trails. We really understand that is such an important part of Denton County, and so you'll see all of those businesses and activities that support the horse industry in our area. So we're really fortunate.
Yeah, you mentioned our region and how well situated we are with it. Isn't there something important about the soil that made this whole thing happen in the first place?
That's exactly right. The area became popular to the horsemen in the early 1970s because of this fabulous stretch of sandy loam soil. And it's great for working horses. It drains really well, so horses are not standing in mud, a very important aspect of the equine industry. And it's just this narrow but very long stretch of sandy loam soil that the horsemen are attracted to, and that's why they are here.
Because basically they can train year-round, regardless of rain, sleet, snow, drought, whatever, and the soil never changes consistency.
Exactly. So it's a very sought-after piece of land for the horsemen, and so it kind of runs between here and the Oklahoma border, pretty much parallels with Highway 377.
And the whole Denton Original brand that we harp on all the time on my show, it really includes this whole horse country thing, because Dana mentioned Lexington, all about thoroughbreds. Most places where you see an equine industry, it centers on a certain either breed or a certain discipline, whereas in Denton, people come here to do their thing, to pursue their own passion, what kind of horses they're passionate about, what kind of discipline they're passionate about. And I think that's just another reason why the Denton Original brand is so applicable to everything Denton.
I agree. I love the brand. I think it's so us.
I do too. 100%. Now, September, you've still got more tours after September, right?
We do. We after September 14th, we have October 5th and November 2nd, and those will be the last two of the year. All three of them will be great. I do know for September 14th, we're going to the fabulous EE Ranch, as well as doing the Lone Oak Tour. EE is a huge cutting horse ranch, and it is such a wonderful facility. It even has a storm shelter for their stallions.
Wow.
So it's a pretty impressive facility for the viewers to see, and it's just going to be a great tour.
Yeah, every time I've gone on one of these tours, I've been impressed that in many cases, the horses, people, they live better than the people that own them. And the people that own them are well off, but I'm telling you, some of these horses have got like gold-plated showers that they take showers in. You got to see it to believe it.
It's a great tour. It's really fun. It gets you out away from the city a little bit, and just it's a really relaxing day, and there's something so fabulous about seeing the majestic horses. So I just always recommend it. And like I said, we do something different every time, so you can come multiple times. You don't have to just go on one horse country tour.
Yeah, we've had people that go on many tours, every single one in a year sometimes.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got a good following.
So there's still tickets available for September,
and
September 14th.
And to get them, they just call the Convention and Visitors Bureau here at this office, 940-382-7895, and we get them set up and taken care of.
Great. So all three tours still have seats available. September 14th. We ought to see the weather cooling off a little bit, and it should be just perfect. Although, don't let the weather deter you, because it's rain or shine. You're indoors for much of the time in the horse barns, and like I said, these horses live nice. So if you've never seen it, this is a really great opportunity to find out yet another something different about Denton, something to do, something else that we're so proud of that sets us apart from everybody else in the world. I want to thank Dana for being here today.
Thanks for having me. This was great.
Y'all come out to see the horse country. The Historical Park of Denton County, that's where you meet. You do have to have reservations. You do have to have tickets in advance. So check us out, horsecountrytours.com, 940-382-7895. Anybody that answers the phone here can help you out. We also have group tours available. If you have a group of people that would like to go, we can set that up for you as well. But get your tickets, see it for yourself. Historical Park of Denton County is where every Saturday morning you see DentonRadio.com there with the Denton Community Market. So I know you know where it is. Be there, and we'll look forward to seeing you on our next tour. In the meantime, see you next week.
There you have it. That was this week's episode of Discover Denton. A big thanks to Kim Phillips of the CVB. Another big thanks to Dana Lodge of the CVB as well. A big thanks to Gravity Feed for providing the intro and outro music. I'm Jake Laughlin, your host. Join us next week where we will be bringing you more highlights of our original and independent city. And in the meantime, go enjoy Denton.